There's the mic. What's up, guys? Hold on. I kind of just started this and hold on. Guys, I'm not even wearing pants right now. Did y'all need to know that? Probably not, but it's not like you can see. Where did my hairbrush go? There it is. Okay, guys. Welcome to episode 2 of the Bright Side podcast. Y'all, I didn't want to film this today, if I'm being completely honest with you. I wanted to film this yesterday, but let me tell y'all something. My sleep schedule is embarrassingly bad. Embarrassingly bad. Like, if my mom asked me how my sleep has been, I'd have to lie to her. Luckily, however, I got it under control yesterday. I went to bed at 9:30 p.m., and I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning. That's where we need to be at. That's where I feel good about myself. Even if it wasn't 7 a.m., even if it was like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I'd be okay with that. But y'all, I was going to sleep at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., waking up at 3 p.m. And whenever I do that, I feel so bad about myself. Like, I'll joke about it, be like, dang, my sleep schedule's messed up. No. I genuinely feel so horrible about myself, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, wasting away the day. And I love to be outside too, which is why it's like super sad, because I'm like, I've got like 5 hours of daylight left and then bang. And it was just really making me feel bad. So I decided, you know what, today you're gonna pull an all-nighter. You're gonna pull an all-nighter. And I did that, and I felt like hell yesterday, guys. And it wasn't a great day in general, but especially because, y'all, I started my period. Number one, I was sick and tired. Usually when I'm on my period, I don't get, like, many symptoms. Like, I'll get a cramp here and there. Okay. Like, I feel for the people who genuinely are, like, going through hell on their period, because that's not me. Bless the Lord. But yesterday, I think it was just me being so tired, so many hormones. I don't even know. And also just being upset with myself because of how bad my sleep has been the past couple of days. But I was so emotional yesterday, and not in like an angry, like hatred way, just in like this, like I felt like I had all this like emotion and love in my heart for some reason, and I had nowhere to put it, or no one to put it towards, because I was like, what the heck? Like, I feel so like I need to go give a stranger a hug. Like, that's how I felt yesterday. It was super weird, like super weird. And also, I poisoned my dog, y'all. Let me tell the story. So I have ashwagandha gummies because why not? I don't think they work for me. I think they're a placebo, but I think they do chill me out, even if it is my brain making me do that and it's not the actual ashwagandha. But one had fallen on the floor and Veda eats it. And so immediately I'm like, shit. So I look it up. I'm like, can dogs have ashwagandha? Google AI is like, yeah, give it to them. It makes them calm or even sleepy. It's good for them. Cool. An hour goes by. This girl, she's sitting on the couch right next to me. She's asleep. She's dizzy. She's trying to walk. She's falling over. Her eyes just look so like wailed out, but also like dead tired. She's just like licking her paws constantly. Looks like she's about to throw up. And I start panicking. Just immediate tears are falling down my face, because I'm like, if this dog dies, I might as well just end myself, because one, I just got her. Two, I'm in love with her. Like, I was just so scared. And that's immediately where my thought process went, is I just poisoned my dog and she's going to die and I'll never forgive myself. So I immediately call the vet and I'm like, my dog because I look it up. Dogs cannot have ashwagandha that is meant for humans, like in human whatever, because one, xylitol is in it. It's extremely toxic to dogs, extremely toxic. And also they can't like process all that sugar and extra stuff that they put in gummies to make them taste better. So I'm freaking out. I call this vet and it's probably like 7 p.m. already. And so it would be after hours. So I call the vet and I'm like, this happened, like, what do I do? And it's like the vet assistant, she's like, let me talk to our doctor, I guess, or our vet or whatever. And she's like, so we recommend that you call poison control right now. And I was like, okay. So I called poison control, and they honestly, it was just this long, I didn't even really get to speak to them because of how bad their like phone thing was. Like, it was like, press 1 for this, press 2 for this, press 3 for this. And I was like, my dog's gonna die. Which number do I press? So that's where I was at. And so I called the vet back and I'm like, look, I think I just need to bring her in. And they're like, yeah, we can do that and we can induce vomiting. So I pick up Veda, I get her in the car. I'm still crying. Just, I feel so scared. And I get in the car and I'm like, okay, I'm on the way to the vet. So I'm like, let me call my mom first because I'm not going to be paying for this vet visit. And I also looked up how much is it to just induce vomiting at the vet. And it was like $500 to $800 or something like that. And I was like, shit. And then it would be after hours. So that's an extra like $500 already. So that'd be $1,000 just for them to make my dog throw up. And she had taken this gummy like an hour ago. So who knows if that would have even done something. So I call my mom and she's like, you probably don't need to take her in. Just like watch her, monitor her. It says dogs have done this before, a lot more than just one gummy. Guys, it was one gummy, but like she was acting so strange to the point where I was like, she could just end it right now. So I come back home. She already starts looking a little bit better in the car, is more alert, but like, yeah, like I really thought I had killed my puppy. And I don't even think, no, like, can you imagine telling someone like I killed my puppy? I would just, it would be horrible. But she's okay now. She slept it off. Yesterday she was drowsy. But you know what? It's all right. And you live and you learn, and it's not going to happen again. And now all it had me thinking was, if I could poison my dog, what if I poisoned my baby in the future? And that's just like, I can't even imagine having kids now. Because, I mean, of course I want kids. But like, that is so terrifying of just like, because babies are so, like, yes, everyone's like, they're not as fragile as you think. But like, you see so many like infant deaths from the most random things ever. And it's like, if only we'd known. And I'm like, well, I don't know. And like, what if that happens? That is my biggest fear ever. But she's okay. And yeah, so all that just really had me exhausted. And I finally got to sleep yesterday. Woke up this morning, felt a lot better. Guys, I got my nails done. They look so cute. If you're not looking on video, they're French tips with all these like little colorful gems. Oh my gosh. If you don't know me, then you don't know. Nails are like literally my personality in a nail. So I'm super excited about those. I also went to the tanning bed today. Yes, I go to the tanning bed. And no, you can't really tell, but I have a feeling that my camera makes me look way paler than I am. Or I'm just really sad that I'm pale right now. But I go to the tanning bed and I already know that there's cancer from it. I know that people are like, I went to the tanning bed for 10 years. I was an avid tanner. I went every single day. And here's the reasons you need to quit right now. And like, don't get me wrong, those videos scare me, but it just doesn't scare me enough. So that's where I'm at. Also, I need to get a camera, or what's this thing called? A microphone that does not have a cord. A cordless microphone is the next thing that's going to be purchased on my Amazon, because this is really annoying me. And eventually I'll get like an actual like video camera. We're not balling like that, and the 15 listeners I have right now just aren't really encouraging that for me. So this is gonna do, and I'm having, it's great. It's a good time. But yeah. Also, this episode might have a few cuts, y'all, because my brain, yes, I got some good sleep last night, but just recently my brain has not been great, and I've been in and out, very spacey. Even coming on here, I was like, I don't know if I can talk today. Like, my voice doesn't feel right, my body doesn't feel right, my head doesn't feel right. And that's just your sign, guys. Take your sleep so seriously. Like, I remember that's probably one of the number one things that had me so effed up in high school was the fact that I would not sleep, or I would just pull all-nighters, go to school the next day, act like I was just fine, or I don't even know, I would get like 2 hours of sleep, or I would sleep the whole day. Like, my grandma will always be preaching that rhythmic cycle where you watch the sun come up and you watch the sun rise. And I think that really works. I mean, there's definitely like science behind it, but I also think it's just kind of like, if you're outside every day, you see that, whatever. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like, take care of your sleep, y'all. Another thing, we're just gonna be sharing like a few like good news tidbits right now. I got a new tattoo. It's honestly one of my favorites. I think it's my new favorite tattoo, guys. And this is my 9th one. Whenever I look at my body, I don't see a lot of tattoos because, one, I forget they're there. Two, like, I think there's just so many other people out there that have so many more tattoos than me. But when I think about it, I'm like, I'm only 19. Like, I've only been in the game for a year, is what I was saying to someone earlier. But I've only been in the game for a year and I have 9. So I am on this, like, you need to slow down a little bit. But at the same time, I don't have one tattoo that I regret. And people are going to say, trust me, you're going to regret them in a couple years, yada, yada. I really would like to place money on that bet because I look at every single one of them and there's not even one where I'm like, no. I love them all. I love the placement of them all. They all have their separate meanings. This new one that I just got, it is the birth flowers for like each of my family members' like birth month. And they're all together. And then underneath it says always. Because we may not be always together anymore, but they will be on my elbow or my arm. So that's exciting. But yeah, if you didn't know, my parents are going through a divorce. I don't think that's like secret news. So I'm fine sharing with that on here, but if your parents are divorced, like, I like feel for you now. I mean, I know it's like obviously like not some good news that your parents are getting divorced, and it's like you tell someone, oh yeah, my parents are divorced. It's not like, oh okay, what do you do? But it is so common to the point where it's like not really, I guess, sensitized. Like, it's so desensitized because what's the divorce rate now? Like 50%? Gosh, that is so sad. But like, I feel for y'all. Like, I low-key get it a little bit now. And, like, all the shit that people go through. Especially, like, I mean, there's both sides to it. But I think whenever your parents get divorced, whenever you're at, like, an older age where you can, like, really see everything and understand everything. And just, like, especially growing up and having them together your whole life. In your whole childhood, throughout all your developmental years. One, it does help you out a lot growing up with 2 parents in the same household. But I mean, it's just hard, like, to see that happen and just like a huge shift once you're like a grown adult. And I don't know, I'm still in the process of like making sense of it, but at the same time, I really don't try to like, I don't know, I just feel the feelings I feel. And I get through them, and I don't let them kind of bother me too much. But I will say, it's not easy, y'all. So, divorced kids unite. Anyways, yeah, that's the meaning behind my tattoo. Also, as we're talking about new things, my new nails, my new tattoo, this might be the last time you'll see me as a blonde. As a blonde. And I really have such 50-50 feelings about this. Even though I know, like, I want to do it. I want to go darker. I want to go brunette. It's so strange because most people are going to look at you and be like, I don't know why this is so hard for you to do. Like, it's just hair. You can always change it. It can always grow back. Whatever. True. And I'm not trying to be like super vain, but like my hair is like a huge part of who I am. And I think most girls would agree with that. Like, my hair is me. Like, and I've been blonde, I would say, pretty much my whole life. Like, yes, there was a period whenever I was like younger where my hair did get like pretty dang dark, But I think I would still have classified myself as like a dirty blonde. Like, I've never gone super dark. And I'm kind of like scared of losing that part of me. Not that it makes me who I am. I mean, you could dye my hair rainbow and then shave it off and I'd still be who I am. Actually, I take that back. I definitely would have some sort of psychotic breakdown just knowing who I am. But I am scared, but I'm super excited at the same time. And it's also not going to be super duper dark. I mean, that's my goal. I really do want to go like not black, not jet black. I'm not a jet black person. Maybe in the future. So I'm not going to write it off completely. But I do want to go pretty like dark brown and then get a few like highlights and dimension. I'm sorry if I'm boring y'all with this. I really just like to talk about it. And if you're bored, you can leave. But yeah, I'm scared. There's always, do blondes or brunettes have more fun? I don't know. And I also don't care. That's such a dumb debate. Blondes or brunettes? Like, obviously people are gonna have their preference, but it's just like, it's not about that, bro. Like, I know some blondes who'll be having a ton of fun. And I know some brunettes who'll be having even more fun. Like, that's so dumb. I hate whenever, that's one thing that really pisses me off when I'm like scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and it's just like pitting up the most random things about, it could even be guys, but it's always women. Blondes or brunettes. I saw a video the other day and it was like, do you prefer a girl with abs or a soft belly? And all these girls in these comments are putting pictures of themselves and they're like, do I have abs or do I have a soft stomach? Does this classify as abs? Does this classify as a soft stomach? Wait, I think I kind of have both. Or it's like guys being like, oh, abs all the way, soft stomach all the way, y'all are wrong, there's only one right answer. And I'm like, holy brain rot. I'm not even gonna sit here. One, I'm gonna be so honest with you, I couldn't tell you the definition, like the actual true definition of a feminist. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm not even a feminist, but I'm not one who usually like comments on shit like that because guys suck. Like, we know this. Men, they do suck. They have their pros, but like they mostly are just kind of meh. They're meh. There's some good ones out there. There really are. But I don't normally like care about this shit because I'm like, it's gonna happen whether or not. But this video specifically just really upset me because of the amount of women in the comments who are wanting to be commented on. Now, I'm sure there is that like 5% of them who like were genuinely like, wait, what do I have? It's hard for me to believe that, but maybe there was that percent. But I know like 95% of them just wanted some validation, which is fine. I'm not trying to hate. On the bright side, maybe they got the comment that they were looking for. Maybe they got that whatever they were looking for. But it just really annoys me because I'm like, the more y'all just keep engaging with this type of brain rot shit, like, the more you're gonna see it. And even if you don't think that messes with you psychologically, it does. 100% it does. Any comment about physical image, your body image, anything like that, you're gonna realize it. Everything that you put in your brain, everything you watch, everything you read, everything you hear, that gets stored in your brain, subconsciously or consciously. A lot of the times, it's going to be subconsciously, which is why you're like, I don't care what I watch. Like, it doesn't affect me. 100% does. 100% does. I remember, I think last summer, I took like a 3-week break from all social media. 3 weeks. That does not seem like a lot. But the differences I had, so insane. Number one, not even just what I was intaking, whatever. I was the happiest I'd probably ever been. I was going outside every single day. I was probably outside 9 hours of the day or more, doing stuff that genuinely made me happy. I'd go outside, I'd go to the lake, I'd go to the park. I would just do whatever, y'all. I was the most, at the time, I was weird, y'all. Like, I was doing some weird stuff, not like super weird, just like doing stuff on my own, by myself, outside. I was writing, I was meeting new people, I was doing all these weird things, but it was awesome. Like, it was probably the best time of my life. And my brain felt so clear during that. And not only that, but I felt so much closer to God. So much closer. And I have no doubt that any of those things had to do with, wait, I have no doubt. Let me like backtrack. What I'm trying to say, I say that all the time. What I'm trying to say is that it definitely had to do with the fact that I was not consuming content from strangers, from the internet, from social media on the daily. Even the past like month, y'all, my screen time has been, again, embarrassingly high. And it definitely does like mess with me because I'm like, one, my eyes hurt from staring at a screen. Two, what am I watching? I will catch myself whenever I stumble across a video or just something. And I'm like, what on earth am I watching right now? Like, I will literally get out of my bed, put on some clothes because I am a very naked person, guys. I'm the naked neighbor. I close my windows as much as possible, but I'm the naked neighbor. Put some clothes on and I will walk outside and go sit on my porch because I genuinely have to take a break and realize everything is so fake. Everything is so fake. Even what I'm putting out here, y'all need to assume this is all fake. This could not be me. I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is pretty raw, this is pretty real, this is pretty me, but you can't take my word for it. So all I'm saying, everything's out there fake. Go literally touch grass. I love when people tell me to touch grass because I'm like, I will literally put my shoes on. Actually, I'll take my shoes off and go touch grass. It's so serious. I'm not like a tree hugger or anything like that, but I think nature literally is so healing. I find nature super spiritual, whatever. Like the wind, the water, the sun, the moon, everything about nature I'm literally just like in awe of. But that is my goal, to get outside more. Unfortunately, I cannot recommend going anywhere alone. As a woman, guys, don't do it. Find a friend or bring your dog. Bring your big scary dog because it's not safe out there. It's not. Sometimes you gotta figure that out the hard way. But all I'm saying is I do want to get outside more. I'm very excited. Also though, on that topic of just me consuming so much screen time, so much yada yada, I did catch myself because I think this past week was like a big, just really low for me, even though I've had much lower lows, guys. Much lower lows. But it was just a low for me in terms of what am I doing? I'm so bored. I just do nothing. So I heard back from 2 people for jobs. I'm so excited. And the first one, this one feels really good to me. I'm so excited because it's a club volleyball position here in Lubbock. And I just need to get back into the gym. I'm missing it so much. And I knew this was going to happen. Even whenever I first quit volleyball and I was like, screw this sport, ruined my life, let me just get away from it. No, I knew deep down in my heart one day that I'm going to miss this a lot and I'm going to want to come back to it. And I finally have that opportunity. And I'm super excited. I met with one of the directors for the club. The director, actually. Let me not disrespect her title. I met the director of the club. And it went really well. That's all I'm going to say right now. But I feel really good about it. It was one of those things that I was kind of just like, this is straight from God. Like, this is straight from God. And I say this not only because I think I do have a really good radar of knowing when things are from him and when things are not. And I just had this immense like peace over it and just happiness and joy and like just so grateful. I was like, genuinely after that meeting, I was just like thanking him on the way back. And I was like, thank you. Like, I needed this, Lord. Like, I needed something, and especially this, like, this is perfect. Because not too long ago, I had gotten a job interview at one of the churches here in Lubbock to work in the children's nursery and do that. And I just, like, knew it in my heart that, like, that wasn't for me. For some reason, that wasn't for me. And so I told the lady, and I was like, this isn't for me. And basically, they hired someone else. Whatever. But in my heart, this whole time, I was like, I really just want to coach volleyball. I had applied for this job, I think back in May or something like that. And I was like, well, I haven't heard back from them in a long time. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, well, like, on to the next. But whenever I turned down that other job, I was like, something told me to turn it down. And there was nothing about that job that I didn't like. I loved the lady who ran the nursery. I loved it all, but I was just like, don't do it. So I didn't. And then a week later, or like a couple days later, I literally get this email from the director. And it was like, we would love for you to come in, potentially coach. And I was like, thank you. Then, right after that email, I heard back from one of the sports bars here, which, like, cool, whatever. I really want a serving job just because serving's the way to go. Like, I've never done it before, but I've always said this. Like, serving, quick bank. Quick bank, that's all I need. This coaching thing was going to be really good for my soul. Like, I don't even care what I'm getting paid, to be honest. Whatever. The serving thing, cool. Like, I'm going to do it for money. I don't even know. I showed up for the interview today. And I walk in and I was like, hey, like, I'm here for Terrence, this guy who was texting me. And they were like, Terrence isn't here. And I was like, so Terrence actually just liked my message when I said I was on the way. And I guess he just wasn't there, whatever, something happened. But I ended up meeting with, like, I guess their assistant manager or whatever. And he was like, well, I don't have your resume, so tell me about yourself. We probably had a 5-minute conversation. He was like, well, awesome. Can you come back tomorrow and meet with Terrence? And I was like, yup. I mean, that was the goal in the first place. But so I have a second interview tomorrow. But I think it'll go well. I have high hopes. But yeah, after that, yesterday, getting that job interview to coach, I was just like, it's the littlest things that just, like, bring God into my life so presently. And I guess that was one of them. And I think it was just because I was, again, in this really bad standstill place of just like, why is nothing going right for JC? JC needs to get her life together. Am I manic right now? I'm not even sleeping. I'm so alone. My house is dirty. All these things. Like, and then that one good thing, like, happened to me, and I was like, I'm so sorry, God. I forgot, like, this is all about your plan and not mine. And I'm over here, like, really focusing on what can I do for myself? What's gonna make me happy right now? Like, why is nothing going good for me? Like, yada, yada. Literally just feeling bad for myself. And I'm like, okay, just take it. Like, take the wheel, Jesus. Basically all I did. And I was like, it made me, like, get into my Bible again. And I was like, thank God, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling really, like, I've been neglecting the Lord. I'll say that right now. Proud of it? No. Woman enough to say it? Yes. But I opened my Bible, and this is after a call with my grandma. By the way, my grandma makes everything better. Shout out Mimi. I'll literally give her a call, and it's not often, I won't lie. I should probably call her more often, but I was so down bad yesterday. I was like, the only person I know to call is Mimi. So I called her up, and of course, I just, again, felt this overwhelming sense of peace after our conversation. I feel like I could literally tell that woman anything, and she would give me the perfect response. She is literally a saint, the closest thing to it. I literally told someone that. I was like, closest thing to a saint you've ever seen. I'm so, y'all, if you have this one person in your life or this family member or just mentor, someone close to you, like, you know how grateful you are for those people and just how in awe of them you are. Because literally, I think my grandma is straight descendant from Jesus. Because, like, the way she is just so strong in her faith. She's been through so much. She's been through a lot. She's so strong in her faith. She's this happy person. She does not care what anyone thinks of her. whatsoever. She's hilarious. All these things. And she's just always has the right answer. She's so smart when it comes to just needing help in life, especially just like she gives you the Christian values, the Christian way, and that's what I need. And I always am just so in awe of her. So that just got really sentimental, but like I love her so much. And I'm about to cry on here, y'all. This is not funny. This is sad. No, she really does just like brighten up my day so much. I need to stop crying. Oh my goodness. But she's also just, I mean, oh my gosh. She's helped me through so much. Some of like the hardest times in my life. And she's never one to just tell me what I want to hear. Like, at all. She tells me like really hard truths. But she does it in a way that it doesn't feel like a hard truth. Like it just feels like something I want to hear. And especially whenever I was going through a lot of stuff with my family last year, I just knew like there's one, I had many people in my corner, but like I just had no doubt she's always there for me. And if you don't have that, I pray to God that each and every one of you, every person has someone like that, because it really does make a difference. But let me lock back in. I had a call with her about really everything. I mean, lots of stuff. But then I opened my Bible and she encouraged me to start on the 365 days of reading the entire Bible, whole Bible in a year. And to me, that does not sound ideal. I am a person who likes to open my Bible to what I need to hear for the day. I'll read chapters. I'll read full chapters, but the whole Bible just sounds super overwhelming to me. But I'm gonna do it, y'all, because I do strive to just have this knowledge and get to know God a lot more. And I know this book is basically the only true way and the best way to do it. So we're gonna start that, y'all, and I'm very excited. I am a little scared because I am the type of person who starts something and does not finish it. I hate that I do that because I hate calling myself a quitter, but I wouldn't say necessarily I'm a quitter. I'm just a starter and forgetter. Like I'll forget about it, or I'll be like, I'll get to it later, and I don't do it. So that's my next goal, y'all. But yeah, if y'all ever need some life lessons, hit up your grandmothers. If you have a good grandmother, they're very, very, very smart. And they've lived here for a long time. So they probably have some good advice. But yeah, I was kind of talking to her about like, just like relationship stuff too, because I was just like, I need you to pray for me in these areas of my life. And she does. She's a little prayer warrior. But I was like, I'm so focused on men right now. And I was just asking like God to take that desire off of my heart. And she basically was like, that's going to be a desire on your heart, especially where you're at in life right now. But what you need to do is ask God to just show you immediately what is for you and what is not. And also to focus on if that is the person, like if there is a person that you are wanting to pursue. There is a fly, y'all. I'm so sorry. And I hate flies with my full heart. I really do. They're the one thing I just want to kill. Basically, she was like, if you are going to pursue someone, that needs to be 100% a friendship first. Let me get to that. She said some other things, but mostly she was like, it should be a friendship. It should feel like a friendship. And it got me thinking, most of the times whenever you first start talking to someone or you're first interested in someone and you are chasing that spark, that chemistry. And the thing about that, which she kind of explained to me as well, was chemistry is science, and that's why they call it that, because it's genuinely just the scientific stuff that's going on in your brain. It's the oxytocin, it's the sex drugs, it's the love drugs, it's all that. That's why people are always chasing that spark, because it genuinely, you can feel it. You can feel like, oh, I like this. That is your brain feeding it to you. Oh, you like this person a lot. Oh, this person is your husband. Or, oh, you slept with that person. Now you are obsessed with them and you want a life and kids with them. That's what your brain tells y'all. But whenever it's a friendship and it feels more fun and you feel at peace and you feel 100% completely yourself, you have such a better shot at making that person a long-term partner in your life. And that's something I really do need to focus on, because I think I do come across guys a lot of the times where I'm like, we would not be friends. We would not be friends, no way whatsoever, if there was not some sort of attraction to each other. And so I'm like, that's really my goal from now on, is to just focus on that. Focus on friendship. Because at the end of the day, I mean, like, I always would choose my friends over a man. Like, there's no doubt about that. I'd choose my friends over a man, so why not make my man my friend? Because then I can't choose a man over my friend if the man is my friend. Bang. Y'all are probably like, you're an idiot. I am. So, but basically, that's my goal. And another thing that really I just feel so stupid about myself for, is anyone here familiar with the T app? I hope so. I genuinely do have to ask that question, because I'm like, this audience might be a little bit older. I'm not reaching the younger children. I don't know. Anyways, if you're not familiar with the T app, it is an app that is private and it's only for girls. You have to verify yourself, verify your image to get on to the T app and have this account or whatever. And what you can do is you can post any man you want. You can post their picture, their age, their location, and basically you can just comment whatever you want about this man. Anything you know, any bad things you know, any good things you know. Who has he been talking to? What has he done in the past? What is he like? The more I'm explaining this out loud into this microphone, makes me realize this app is genuinely terrifying and definitely not good. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make a pact to myself right now. I'm never going on this app again. Y'all can take that seriously, because I'm not. I made the mistake of going through it for this guy, and I'm gonna be straight. It was bad. The things that these girls were saying about him, it wasn't great. And so obviously, again, guys, what you feed yourself is what you know. Maybe this stuff is true. Maybe. But you can't believe everything you see out there. And this app sucks. If you're on it, just guys, don't. Because number one, if you are talking to a man and you truly do like him, why are you going to ruin that with a random comment from Stargirl678 from 390 days ago? Who knows? And that's going to be your deciding factor of, this guy sucks. He's a SLUT and he leads women on. Whatever. All I'm saying is the app freaking sucks. I'm actually really upset that I went on this app, but don't go on it. Form your perspective. Get to know this person. If that adds up in the end, okay. Figure it out for yourself though. Yes, it might suck to get hurt and then be like, well, if only I would have checked the T app, I would have figured all this out for myself. But you know what? At least you went through it. At least you experienced it and you can learn in the future. I think you need those experiences instead of just like relying on random people. Now, the story would be different if it was your friends telling you things about a guy or something like that. Then I think it'd be different. But this app sucks. Don't go on it. I did end up having a conversation, though, with this man because I was like, in my head, I was kind of like, I'm just going to put his name in there. It's not going to show anything up. Like, well, I found it. It wasn't great. So I was like, I got to at least ask him about it. Because what I told him is, if I truly believed all these things, and I really thought you did all these things, blocked. You're gone. But I do see the bright side in people. I am kind of naive. So I asked him, I was like, what is all this stuff? Like, I'm hearing this. What is this? We have a conversation about it, and I felt good again. I felt fine. Was he maybe lying in my face? I doubt it, but he could have been. But oh well. All I'm saying is form an opinion for yourself. Don't rely on the internet. Like, the internet told me my dog could have ashwagandha, and then it looked like she was about to die. So, all I'm saying. But yeah, I guess just follow your heart, guys. Even though I just saw something on Instagram this morning. Guys, I'm chronically online. This is so bad. But this was probably some of the better things I've seen. It was Greg Kelly, and if y'all don't know who Greg Kelly is, he used to go to Leander High School. He was a football player who got wrongfully accused of, I want to say it was like child molestation or something like that. Something pretty serious that was going to put him away for a long time. And he came on there and was saying, y'all do not follow your heart. Do not trust your heart. Do not trust your emotions. Don't follow it. And he basically was saying, after I was wrongfully He was basically saying, after I got wrongfully convicted, I hated the prosecution. I hated my defense attorney. I hated the guy who used to be my best friend who should have been accused. I was so full of hatred, and that's all I thought about sitting in that cell 24/7, however long it was. Every day, all I had in my heart was hate. And it made him, I guess, hate himself. And it was like, if I would still be thinking like that, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't be as happy as I am. Because he's honestly doing really good, guys. He did get released. Thank the God. But he got released, and he's basically just saying, don't follow your heart. It'll put you in really bad places, bad situations sometimes. That's why you need to follow Jesus. And go through the process of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not an easy thing to do. For some people it is, but it's kind of the matter of why are you forgiving them? And personally for me, I forgive people, 1, because Jesus would do it. 2, if I did some of the things, I've done things that I would want to be forgiven for. And also, I forgive them for myself. I hate holding this grudge against people, no matter how bad they've wronged me or how horrible the thing that they did was. I will always try and forgive because it makes me feel better. Maybe that's selfish, but it genuinely does make me feel better knowing that I've forgiven you. You obviously had some evil in your heart that wasn't from God. I know God is in you, but I forgive you and I move on with my life. Forgiving does not mean forgetting. You can forgive them, move on with your life, and leave them in the past. And I think a lot of times people are like, well, I don't forgive them because I know they're never going to change and they're going to hurt other people. That shouldn't have to be on your soul, on your conscience, on you. Like, I don't know. It's a big conversation, but I do think people change. I think people change. That's just my very easy yes answer. Because 1, I've seen people change. And 2, I think we all change. Maybe it's for the better or for the worse, but I do think people can genuinely change and just be a better person. I don't think that should be a debate. I think some people, it's definitely harder for them to change. And it's more of the question of, would that person ever want to change? That's more of the question. Would they want to change? Because I do believe everyone can if they wanted to. But yeah, I'm going to end y'all off on this quote because we are hitting 45 minutes. I didn't even want to talk today when we hit 45 minutes. So quote is super basic. Forgive others as quickly as you would want God to forgive you. And that's it for episode 2 of the Bright Side Podcast. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week. I do believe actually I will be posting next Friday. I don't know. I have a very busy schedule coming up the next week or so with traveling and stuff like that. But I'm super happy y'all listened. Until next time. I know this episode was very intimate or something. I had no plan on that, but I'm happy with it. So we'll see how it goes. Y'all have a great week. And remember to look on the bright side.